What's up, guys? Brendan from Market Makers. Guys, we finally are at the 144. Is this the optimum time to short? I know, clickbait title, but we're actually going to talk about this, okay? So we looked at the blockchain data. Ricardo in our room, he manages the blockchain information, and shorts are piling into the exchanges, okay? Lots of shorts are coming in. Is this the time to short? As you guys know, if you've been watching this channel, we've been talking about this now, ad nauseum, probably for 2 weeks. This is what I wanted to see. I want to see price come up to the 144 and the 233. By the way, fib time video yesterday. Today's the 1618 candle. And what happened, guys? We pumped up, right? So interesting how that works. Natural law. But this is what we want to see. But I have some concerns here, which is why I'm not currently in a short just yet. I'm sure many people are in shorts right now, but I'm not yet. Let me show you a couple different things here. First of all, we've been talking about the volatility going on with Bitcoin for a long time now. And we still have, look at the compression. We still have the compression. Now, keep in mind, price could come up and test the 233, get rejected, and then fall back down. And that could be our volatility expansion. This is our reverse engineered RSI. And as you can see, we're above the median line. Doesn't mean a whole lot if you get rejected and fall down, okay? But this is something I wanted to show you guys because we don't have volatility expansion yet on the daily time frame from this pump, meaning that we don't have a big move yet. So if we look at our ALMA, let's look at our Arno moving average, and I believe we just flipped this to bullish now as well, which again doesn't mean anything if we get rejected. Now, we've been rejected before in recent trend by the 144. Let me show you that, and we can measure that really quickly. This is strong enough to reject us. It rejected us right here at the X point of this pattern, and that was on March 2nd, okay, so almost 3 weeks ago. So let's go ahead and measure this really quickly because this rejected us and we got a decent drop from this, a 18% drop in price. So this is enough to drop Bitcoin. But again, I want to expand on this with you guys because Bitcoin's up right now. At the time of recording this video, it's up 2.44%. Now, what's happening in the indexes, as you guys know, I track the Russell closely because the Russell and Bitcoin move together. Now, the Russell is up as well. The Russell is up 1.27%. Okay, so Bitcoin's up almost twice roughly what the Russell is up. And the key thing to take away here is this is the Wyckoff trading range, right? The Wyckoff trading range, and we have our LPS, our higher low still, and Russell hasn't weakened or attempted to come up yet to its 144, 233, where we do have a bearish pattern. Flipping over to the SPX also holding its higher low structure. The SPX also is up. It is up 1.51%. The NASDAQ's up 2%. The NASDAQ also holding its higher low structure outside of Wyckoff, okay? So admittedly, I am biased because as you guys know, I mentioned this many times, I believe from my own research that Bitcoin tracks extremely closely to the Russell. I've showed you this overlay. The fact that the Russell hasn't moved up yet to check its 144 and 233 gives me concern that there may be more upside. Concern in the sense of, am I taking a short? Okay, not concern if Bitcoin goes up. Great, doesn't matter to me. But concern if I'm taking a short, there could be more upside potential for Bitcoin because of the fact that it tracks so closely to the Russell. Now, another potential scenario, and this is what trading is, guys, just measuring out all the scenarios, is Bitcoin gets rejected, falls down first, the Russell moves up, and whether the Russell moves up breaks that relationship with Bitcoin, or the Russell moves up, gets rejected, and follows Bitcoin. That could also happen. But what I want to show you here is a couple of different things. Let's go to the larger time frame. Larger time frame, because the candles are still open. It's like 4:45 Eastern time. But let's look at a couple different things here, okay? If I'm going to draw a pattern based off where we are now, let me go ahead and draw one of these Fibonacci patterns. And this is going to be a Navarro pattern. This will go to the 886 and the 113 on an extension. There's the 886 perfectly. That's 49.9. So basically 50K. And can I find trend-based fib confluence with this? Selling climax candle point X to point A. And look at the 1 fib. So where price is right now, just flip the 1 fib at 43,727. And of course, the 1618, the golden ratio, is right here at 50K. So we have a nice bullish weekly candle now. Flipping the 1 fib, if it can hold this as support and move up, that first target for me would be just about 50K, guys, between this pattern and the actual 1618. Now, if you extend this pattern out to the 113, I've given you this top a couple of times. I've mentioned this now. Let me go ahead and get it there, 1.129. Let me show you where this could go. In an extremely bullish situation, this could be the Russell flipping its moving averages and moving up. You know, all this can change day by day. Like I said, these videos are really just market updates of what's happening. The 1618 turns to 55K, which is a number I've told you guys multiple times now. I have it on my daily time frame. And as you can see here on the daily time frame, if we go ahead and pull this down, the 1618 at 55,229, slightly different, you know, whatever that is, $40 difference, weekly candles versus daily candles. But that's what my ultimate target would be in a bullish sentiment scenario. But let's not kid ourselves about where we're at. We're at a key resistance level. Now, I want to see the 233 get tested. But, you know, we could just turn down from the 144. But if we don't, if we end up flipping these guys, we will have potentially more upside. And I'm tying that extremely closely to what's happening on the indexes, okay? Let's go ahead and go to some smaller time frames. We haven't done that in a while. 4-hour time frame. Trend-based fib wave projection got to the 786, 44.31. As you can see, we got above it, fell back below it. Okay, so we got above it twice, fell back below it. Seems to be our ceiling for the moment, 44K. And when we look at this on our indicators, we got a nice big volume breakout candle. How big? We got high relative volume. That's a shadow here, guys. High relative volume. If I zoom this out, this is the largest volume candle since this volume candle on March 1st. So exactly what? 3 weeks? This is the largest volume candle we've had in 3 weeks on this breakout. And I'm looking at some different things here, like my accumulation line here on the 4-hour time frame. You can see it stopped. It had a straight up line, but we've been making that higher low situation as well. Always being cautious. This is the fun and the pain of trading, okay? It's fun when you nail a trade. It's very painful when you think you're at a top and it goes up, or you think you're at a bottom and it goes down, right? So just giving you guys different variables to consider when you're looking at trading right now. Let's go even smaller. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame. I'm looking at something slightly different here, guys. Let me go ahead and throw this on here. Let me turn my volume off. Let's look at our zigzag channels. As you can see, we flipped our zigzag line here on the 1-hour time frame. What I want to show you here is we have what's called a mini cough in my room. And basically, we have our selling climax candle off a pump. We have our automatic reaction off of the reaction from that selling or buying climax candle, and then we have our automatic reaction, and now we're just ranging. So when people are worried about missing out on trades, the way I view this is, well, we have the 786 ceiling, which you can clearly see here on the 1-hour time frame better, okay? You haven't closed a candle above it yet. So we have the 786 ceiling. We have an up thrust up here. We fell down, have our automatic reaction, have a down thrust, small sign of strength, trading in this range. What I do is I can throw on my smaller moving averages, like my 5, maybe my 13, maybe my 21. And if I'm worried about missing a trade, when this starts to decline and breaks my Wyckoff box, that's the 5 being used as support right now, I can start looking for a bearish cross, which again is only a few 100-point difference here, showing me that we're exiting this trading range. Because right now we're holding support. And when I look at the volume and everything, again, look at this peak volume here, okay? So I want to see, are we just building another higher low? Is this just another higher low base for another move up if we see the Russell move up to try to tackle its 144 and 233? Or are we just building a top and eventually going to roll over? I mean, this is something that literally only time will tell. You can look at your indicators, look at your volatility, look at your support resistance, track price however you like to feel, however you like to track it, whatever you feel is most accurate, pivot points, whatever. But the way I'm looking at this, and let me look at my ALM on the 1-hour here to see what it is. I mean, that's a big bullish trend on the 1-hour, obviously. Small time frame, not as much power, right? It's very important to note. But the way I'm looking at this, guys, is we have the weekly time frame that does show higher possible numbers. Okay, I want to give you the variables at play so you understand what's happening. If we flip, the immediate threat to Bitcoin is the 144 and 233 on the daily. If we flip that and look to move up, if the indexes move up, now if the indexes fall apart tomorrow, I fully expect 100% this just to be the top and Bitcoin's going to fall apart. Okay, but if the indexes look to move up again and they have any strength, especially the Russell, which is what I'm really tracking because the Russell has the same moving averages on top of it, if it moves up and flips its moving averages, I think Bitcoin can have more upside. If it doesn't, if it gets rejected, you may see Bitcoin immediately fall. You may see Bitcoin get rejected here and fall from here and lead the Russell. It just depends, guys. There's a lot of variables. Trading is not easy. It is very difficult. You can learn all about these advanced Fibonacci patterns and trading in our room, guys. Check out our Discord. The link is in the video description. Our Twitter is there. Try trading on BitGet. I love the platform. 100% anonymous. Register with an email, no KYC. That link with all the bonuses and tournaments that they offer, you can use our link there in the video description as well. All right, guys, enjoy. If anything major happens, I'll release an emergency update video or send some stuff out on Twitter about it. But until then, there'll be another video tomorrow, and we shall see if we hold or if we start to fall. Talk soon, everybody.